Please welcome Rebecca Anderson from Edward Jones to announce the winner of the 2011 ArtPrize Urban Space Award.
At Edward Jones, we value partnership. Partnership with our clients, in their terms, with their families, through consolidated trust. We also value partnership with our community. Edward Jones has a long history of community engagement. Building relationships with diverse community organizations and institutions reflects our investment in communities across the United States and Canada. Our leaders and associates continue to take an active role in the communities where they live and work. We are grateful to add ArtPrize as a new partnership. We are also pleased to be the sponsor for the use of Urban Space Award. The juror of this award is Reed Krolhoff, Director of the Cranbrook Academy of Art and Art Museum. The winner of the 2011 ArtPrize Use of Urban Space Award is Kathleen Newell for Salvaged Landscape.
My name is Reed Krolhoff. I'm director of the Cranbrook Academy of Art and Art Museum in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. I was asked to consider art that engages public space directly, and that sort of environment is not traditional for what people understand art to be necessarily, which often means on a wall in a museum. Your relationship to that kind of art is quite different than your relationship to something that exists in a broader space, just as we do when we are downtown in a city amongst buildings or in a public plaza. We have a very different physical relationship to those things. So does the art that is intended for that kind of installation. The winner of the Best Use of Urban Space category this year is Kathleen Newell and her piece, Salvaged Landscape. The piece that I was selected as the winner of this category this year was first and foremost that the artist was able to recognize that they were working in this different context, that they weren't working in a traditional museum display context, and that the entire work was created with that in mind, so that there was a sense of engaging the viewer and engaging the space in which the piece existed. Even if it might move from one space to another, it might have started in one location and then was shown later in another location, that it carried with it not only the power of its original context, but the ability to engage with a new context with an equal level of success. And I think that the one that was selected this year does do that. It wasn't created for this particular location and is still as successful and compelling in the space that exists here as it was in its original location.
I love that. Every time it feels like you're applauding for me, so thank you very much. Atomic Object is the 2011 sponsor for the Time-Based Juried Award, and here to announce the winner is their president and CEO, Carl Erickson.
Atomic Object is a technology firm that develops custom software products for companies ranging from startups to the Fortune 500. Co-founder Bill Bereza and I founded Atomic in 2001. This makes that our 10th year anniversary. To help celebrate our 10 years, the 32 atoms of Atomic Object are proud to participate as a sponsor once again of ArtPrize. The 2011 time-based work was chosen by Kathleen Ford, curator of time-based art at the Experimental Media and Performing Arts Center in New York. This year's winner of the Time-Based Juried Award is Caroline Young for Remember, Replay, Repeat.
My name is Kathleen Ford. I'm the curator of time-based arts at the Experimental Media and Performing Arts Center, MPAC. MPAC is in Troy, New York. Time-based arts is a fairly broad category. It encompasses a lot of different kind of work. It can be really anything that happens on a timeline or that has a duration. So this can be film, performance, video, or an installation that includes film, performance, or video. Really thinking about duration and artists that are using time as a medium, as a genre. The piece I selected is Remember, Replay, Repeat by Caroline Young. Caroline is from from Providence, Rhode Island. The content of the piece is a moment where Caroline is really talking about the death of her mother and how it affected her, and trying to reconnect with her mother through memory. And that memory for her is rooted in films that she found of her mother after her mother passed away. And so she takes a small moment from this film that she found of her mother, and she uses it in a variety of ways, both still shots and in video, and she also incorporates text, which is the antithesis of a lot of work that is out there today, especially using technology that is very much about spectacle and whistles and bells, and in its presence you're very overwhelmed by it, but then when you walk away you don't necessarily think about it again. With Caroline's piece, I couldn't stop thinking about it after I walked away from it.